What up, man? Welcome, welcome. I'm addicted to this fucking game. I have problems. If you don't know what this game is, Astro Hippie the Hippie. Hippie PP. The Hippie Alien PPET. Dave Redden. Crows. Is there gonna be a clock adjustment? Oh no. It starts with Stanley Parable 2. There's an epilogue? That's new. A fucking epilogue? What the hell? Many years later. What the fuck? Yeah, because the one ending ends with you out on the desert. And it just ends. Many years later. Whoa. Somehow made a fire. Look at the moon. Can I go in the fire? I can't walk in the fire. Whoa. Mad Max Fury Road. Witness me! What the fuck? Ooh, nice full moon. Beautiful. Beautiful sunset. Whoa. The memory house? Damn, it's all sunken and shit. Whoa. In memory of Stanley Parable 2. What? Cookie Nine's blog? Oh no. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel, where the first game teamed with originality. The Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole, who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable one, like the adventure line? Instead, we get uninspired side quests, collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from blah 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 blah. 2027. 2013, 2012, then it jumps to 2027. Stanley Parable 2. SNRAF 3. Cat Dog Born. well, I guess the Johnny Depp trial can wait. Oh my god, you're getting caught up? I need to. I've watched, oh man, it's probably on right now live. Fuck, man. I still haven't watched, like, yesterday's. I watched the first one. The dude with the beard. I watched him, and that's all I've seen from yesterday's. No more spin-offs. No more sequels. The gym name button. Jim. This is the epilogue. There was an epilogue at the main menu, and I clicked on it, and it brought me here. Sign up for updates. Literally made this game as an FU to this article. I don't know if it's real. I think it's a real fake one. Because the game came out with the article in the game. It's confusing. They're playing their half of the private nurse's deposition. I'm current AF. Oh, damn. I'm gonna get you behind. For the Daily Mail's YouTube videos, little to no ads. True. The Daily Mail. I got that premium, Sean. Gotta get that premium. When it launched a massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into a franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. They promised to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. It's a name button. It says your name when you push the button. But right now it only says Jim. It's hard to tell which ones are like pushable. I'd like to push all the lit up ones just to do it, but whoa. Ooh. Ooh. Creepy. All the figurines. Oh man. 19 out of 6. Oh my god. I got 26 out of 6 figurines. What is this game? Stanley. Thank you for enjoying the new content. There's a Stanley Parable with a storyline? Fucking hell. I don't know, there's an epilogue. We're exploring. Uh-oh. Hello. I found him. Oh, I'm so hype, I found him. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you too. Oh, let's go. It was terrible to learn that there would never be another Stanley Parable game. Damn. True? Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? Question mark, exclamation point? This guy's not happy about it, huh? The settings guy? What nonsense. Oh man, the Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Run the franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. What the fuck? People hate it? Who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. What? Together we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3? Jesus Christ. It's simple. All we do is change a number in the game's title screen. Okay. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. What? Baby is on here twice. I wonder how many I can pick. Oh, it's only letting me pick from the left side. That's weird. Oh, I gotta pick one of these first. Oh, I see. Return to stapler? That's a good one. Stanley Parable 3, Return to Stapler. Oh, man. Deadly Stapler, babies. The staplers, it's gotta be Stapler. For sure. Baby Baby. Deadly Baby. Revenge of the Baby. Now with added Baby. Revenge of the Stapler. Spectacular Stapler. Return to Stapler. I do like that. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Ah, no. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle? What? That way the Stanley Parable will never end. Holy shit. Nothing in the game itself will change when you do this. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. What up, Zen? Hell yeah. How you been, man? Elder Scrolls Online? They just added an update to that, didn't they? It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. Genius. How do you say? Or what do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? Question mark? Let's do it. I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. I just said let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start. No, don't do it. Oh, fuck. I was too late. If I said no, I wonder if it would have stayed 3. Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. Hey, okay. Hey, all is not lost, alright? He likes that I put faith in his idea. What's he gonna give me? I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken trophy! Give me that broken trophy! Oh, come on. Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. No way. Alright, there. The trophy machine is all fixed. Do I need to go back to it? You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. What? We're gonna keep this train rolling. Let's do it. It's a trap? You think it's a trap? Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. I must keep the wheel turning. How you doing though, Zenzetsu? Chillin'? Schmirkin'? Schmirky brr? Schmirky peep? Get blue? Fucking workaholics. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Restart the game? Or go to the trophy machine? Please enter the current time.
You are here because you were sent here. You were told to come here and then you obeyed.
Hey, shit!
It is, of course, a way of all things. You see, there is only one constant.
Beardicus up in
one
here?
universal, it is the
Have you seen the new Lost in Space? I have not.
Causality. Action, reaction.
What up, y'all?
Cause and effect.
Just working. Thank you for the raid, man. Let me give Cougar a shout out. I gotta adjust the slider so the computer is barely visible. You'd think I was just starting this game, right? A Games? What up, man? I feel like I haven't seen your name in a minute. How have you been, A Games? The homie Beard. What up, y'all? Welcome to the Astro Hippie PP stream. We're fucking... I just found the settings guy again. And he's helping me with my settings. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Oh man, is it gonna be 3? Is it gonna say 3? Yes! Yes! The Stanley Parable 3! Return to Stapler. We're here. We made it. We made it, y'all. I don't think I ever finished the epilogue. Unless the computer was the only way out. The computer might have been the only way out. That was fucking weird, man.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 4.
In Discord, watch Johnny Depp try.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his
Discord,
desk
watch that
in
shit
room
live.
427,
Oh,
and he
that'd be
pushed
funny.
buttons on a
I'm
keyboard.
down.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
I'm down, I'm
how
down.
long to
How you
push,
doing though, Curbs?
and
Where you
in
at?
what
Where you at? You on the
This
toilet?
is what
You had to run?
employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Does anyone want to try and get an ending?
Considered it soul ending. Stanley
There's a
relished
few more
every
endings
moment of orders
I have left. No, there's one more ending I have
Stanley's
left
been
without the
made
bucket,
exactly.
and then all the rest of the endings that I need to do
Stanley.
are with the bucket, except for the art ending.
And then
The art
one day,
ending.
something very peculiar happened.
Stanley
Something that
Parable
would
3
forever
Return to
change
Stapler.
Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
This
He
is the
had
Stanley
been at his
Parable.
desk for nearly an hour.
I'm
when
deep
he
into it.
realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one
Hey
had
Games,
showed
you
up to
wanna
give him
play a
instructions,
playthrough?
call a
You got
meeting,
time? You got a
or
minute?
even say
I'll let you
hi.
make decisions. It's
Never in
basically a lot
all
of
his
right
years
or
at the
left
company had this
decisions
happened.
for the most
This
part.
complete
We'll see what ending
isolation.
A Games gets.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest
What is this
time.
game?
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
Hello,
he got
gang.
up from
What
his
up, man?
desk and stepped out of his office.
This is the Stanley Parable 3 Return to Stapler. Beardicus.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Me? Where watch party? I do not know. The bucket. I'm not gonna pick up the bucket. It's like I'm not even here. What, do you want to do a playthrough, Rachel? You've seen a lot of them though. You got some spoiledness going on. What's up, Stanley? Well, fuck you, damn punk, Debo. I said me, but you gave it to A Games just because he's never seen it before. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, y'all. We're gonna skip the new content door.
When Stanley came to a set of two.
Alright, I'll just let chat play, you know, in general. Alright. Left or right, y'all? When Stanley came to two doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley cried in the car. It's fine, got the knife. What do I do first time? You just basically, pick a decision, you know? I want to see A Games in action. No, it's like a choose your own adventure. Which door do you choose? Where's the Morpheus? Where's the Morpheus hands? A Game's gonna go to the left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Everyone's gone in the meeting room. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, right or left? Where you going, A Games? Kirby, I see what you're doing. Hey, we going right? The only way you can go from here is into the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Alright, do I enter the number or wait, A Games? Do I wait or do I enter the number? What would you like me to do? 2845. I couldn't have possibly known, right?
Stanley just sat
Does anybody really want that art ending? I don't know. That's what I put it up there for. We'll see.
He could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
2548? Put in the wrong one? Enter the number?
2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Only place to go is up. 4269, Kirby said. You could put in the wrong one, he just repeats the right one, yeah.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What up, Hypnos? Going for all 7,000 remaining endings? 9,420.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Which way, A-Games? Which way we going? Right or left? There's a mind control facility. Dun dun dun. You said right. You're talking to Rachel. Straight ahead, right? Alright, we're entering the facility. Let's turn the lights on in this piece.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
The Matrix.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Dun dun dun.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives
Here's
of
mine,
so
427.
many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
A-Game's playing it straight through. 427, there's my thing. He wants to see where this is going. He wants to get to the root of the mind control and what's going on in my offices.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring
Absolutely.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Absolutely. Is literally all of this game you were killing it? He is killing it.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Unacceptable.
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah. The architect's room in the Matrix.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Dun, dun,
Controls
dun, the heart.
labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
A-Games. The most important decision. What you gonna do? Got an on and an off. Going for that platinum trophy. Some of the trophies in this game, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the platinum. Don't play Stanley Parable for 10 years. You can change the time on your console though. I think that's how people have already earned it. You can cheat that one. But there's like certain trophies that are just like ridiculous. Ultra rare. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Like, turn it off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
You're the architect. There's nothing you can do to stop it. The quantum imbalances and the metaphors and the similes and all the crazy
He
words.
had defeated the machine, unshackled
I'm not a big
himself
Will
from
Ferrell
someone
fan,
else's
but that Will
command.
Ferrell version of
Freedom
the
was
architect
mere
was hilarious.
moments away.
And therefore,
And yet,
henceforth, indubitably.
Even as the immense door slowly opened,
That shit was
Stanley
too-
reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's
Leave it on all
grasp?
day at 12
What
a.m.
other
on a
mysteries
Tuesday.
did this
Yep,
strange building
pretty much.
hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber,
Dedication.
he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been
A-Game's
seeking,
got the Freedom
but
Trophy.
happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
Played that shit straight
but to
through.
let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go.
It's ironic you get the Freedom Trophy by doing everything he tells you to.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Dun dun dun. You can't turn around and go back. I've tried. And then you lose control.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. The
Dun, dun,
feeling
dun.
of liberation.
He's free,
The
moving on his
immense
own.
possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Oh, that's crazy, Beard.
And
This game gets
Stanley
nuts.
Was happy.
This hasn't touched the surface of the iceberg, you know what I'm saying? Woo. The Freedom Trophy. Yep. Beard, you
All
can
of
do a
his
playthrough
coworkers
if you
were
want.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You want to let Beard do a playthrough? We'll see what he gets. We start with the first decision.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stanley smokes weed like a motherfucker. Oh yeah. Enter the door on his left. Robo? Hey, I didn't catch that redeem. Will Ferrell playing the architect? That shit was hilarious, man. Oh, that shit was too funny. I missed those, y'all. I be smoking. So tell me if I missed anything. Right? We going right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Just to admire it. I got you with that redeem, though, my dude.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It's a lower level.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Stop it,
A
Kirby.
room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Damn. That's fucked up.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I think that might be the end of it. I forget. Who farted? Alright, yeah, I think that's the end. Coffee nut? Ew. Dad. F you! EL. Alright.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Alright, Kai. Where are we going? Beardicus. Is you there, sir? You going to the right. You going to the right. You going to the right.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Narrator's a dick. So here, there's the ramp, which leads to a vent down this way. And then there is the lift, which I could get on the lift. Or there's various other things, like, there's a few different choices here, to be honest. You can get on the lift and fall onto the path. You get on the lift and fall to the ground. You get on the lift and go up there. You can go on the ramp, which I actually haven't gotten that ending yet, because the ramp wasn't there before I unlocked the bucket. So we got ramp, lift, door. Alright, we'll go with ramp, lift up there, or door to the right. Basically, are your three options. For the most part. You can jump, but that ending's kind of whack. It's not fulfilling. Right? Or was that the last right? No, that was the last right. We got left, forward, and right, basically. We can go up this ramp thingy, or we could ride the cargo lift up there, or we can jump off the cargo lift and go over there. Right?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
He wants to prove he's on your side.
Now
Beard.
listen
Are you
carefully.
gonna give him a
This is
chance?
important. Stanley walked through the red door.
It's important. You got red or blue. I honestly forget myself which endings these lead to exactly. Blue door, cause fuck voices in my head. Alright.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Huh? Blue door? Fuck them voices? We still on the fuck it? Cooper with the shrinking Neos. Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I
All
assume
right,
you want to
fine,
keep
go
going
ahead,
through the
Stanley.
blue door.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot
got
of
him
time into
pissed.
that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these
You got him
strange and
pissed.
unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me
Fucking
take a
skill
stab in the
trees?
dark
What do you
at a new
want?
design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Green doors. You got a wooden, like, orange door. Which door? 1, 2, 3. Take it for a spin. 3 options, bro. That's like 33% better. Oh man, I love this game. Where are we going?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to
What do you
be
think?
honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Feel free to be honest. Looking for some real critical feedback from you. Give him a 4.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here,
Alright.
based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
It's just like a million doors. Look at fucking worldwide leaderboard. Hey, look at all the stats. Nacho, Skid. I never looked at the names before. Hogarth. Mussolini, a dead rat. Stanley, number 427. I'm last. 9,328th place. Damn. Brutal. The doors at this point, I don't think matter. It just takes you, no matter what, it takes you back to the same room. It's like
Now,
an illusion.
would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
What do you think about that competitive leaderboard? Did it help keep you motivated to walk through them doors? That wasn't the end. No, not yet. Beard chose a long route. 2. Yeah.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game.
Oh
I've
yeah, I
been
don't know if
working
that
on,
one
and now
matters
would be
either.
a
Like,
lovely opportunity to give
Yeah, I
it some
forgot.
play testing.
Oh, this is.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh man.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game
This is
only
what my
becomes
channel
clear
point redeem
once
is
you've been
about.
playing it
I'm
for
glad
about
we got
4
here.
hours. So why don't you give
4
it 4
hours.
hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
4 hours. And there is an ending. He said don't push buttons once. I'm sorry. I gotta talk about it. It's the same whether or not you just let him die immediately or not. You gotta do this for 4 hours, right? That's to get the trophy and the ending. There is an ending for it. You're gonna love this, Beard. Listen. After I have a redeem to get this ending, I can turn the game down and put on some music. It'll be, but listen, after 2 hours, another button pops up and there's like a dog, right? And you gotta go back and forth between doing the dog and the baby. So that makes it more of a pain, right? But also that means if someone set their shit up on some type of like turbo mode or like held it down, you know what I'm saying? To just leave it there, it still wouldn't have worked. That dog would have popped up and would have fucked them up. 2 hours sitting there. Oh, this shit is hilarious. Oh, that's so funny. So yeah, I have a community redeem if y'all want to see that ending. Because I have the patience to do it. I will sit here for 4 hours.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of
Depends
ideas.
if y'all want to
I
see.
can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
You got the game's ending.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
So that's an appropriate ending for Beard. It's the game's ending. This is a real game called Firewatch. I've never played it.
Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Dun dun dun! There's even more. Robo. Oh, thank you, Robo.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
This shit is so great, man.
Oh, thank heavens we avoided
He almost pukes.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Ready for this? Hey.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
This
Stanley,
is game
if you
design,
manage to
son.
get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think
So
it's
what in the
sports
fuck?
ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Let's run the bases and do a touchdown
surely
together.
not.
Oh, what fun.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Sports ball. Let's go. Ah. Oh, shit. Ah. Fast
Are
as
you
fuck,
doing
boy.
it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Woo! Another
Yes.
ball.
Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
This game is amazing. More balls. Oh, I can catch up to that one.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yes.
Are you having fun?
Yes.
Is this a real video game?
Yes.
Well, I sure hope
it
you're
is.
having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right.
Aw.
Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you'd like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an
Silent
inventive
treatment.
kid. You'll come up with something. After
right.
all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
I need to pick this game up. It just released on consoles. It's been out on PC for a while.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Alpha test. Please rate your experience. Work in progress. Beta. Stanley Parable alpha test. Textures. Office space. Ceiling light. Filing cabinets. Work in progress. Broken textures. Pretty much you only have this little space to walk around in. And then you fall. Whee! You fall again. Oh. This is like a all roads lead to the same junction type deal. 4, 2, 3. Dun dun dun. We got some light. Just took a puff puff for all the Stanleys in the chat. Everyone's a Stanley. We're all Stanleys on the inside. This is my office. 427. The control room. I can't do anything. There's no narrator. Where's the narrator?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
The end is never the end. Is never the end, is never the end. Ah, this game is crazy, man. Good ending. Good ending, Beard. Well, I don't know if it was a good ending per se, but good ending. The game's ending. It's appropriate. Dr. Muto? He's playing some mosquito game and sucking on some girl's boobies? What the fuck? Beans and mash ending? What up, Tiny?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Alright, I want to get the,
Stanley
I still haven't
decided to
gotten
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The, air vent ending without the bucket. When you get the bucket,
When Stanley came to a set
So
of two
stupid.
open doors,
once you get the bucket,
this
right?
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
it changes
employee
all the
lounge
other
first,
endings. So,
just to
like,
admire
there's
it.
a bunch of new endings now with the bucket. It's crazy.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
this
left.
fucking shit. That was it, yeah. That was the ending.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yep. At the point of shit, when at the point of not doing the baby, once you stop with the baby game, the baby mini game with it burning, it's all locked in. Like, you're going for the game's ending at that point. There's no other options. So that was all one, like, super long ending, actually, comparatively to some of these. Okay, I haven't gotten this one yet.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten
Whoa.
path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Narrator dialogue.
The office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Whoa.
That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path. That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Damn, son. Sample that shit.
That it seemed the office had begun. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh, I made him sad. Damn. See, that was an ending. What the fuck?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. A good bucket. A strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
This is the companion bucket. So now, let's go ahead and get Beard's ending again, but with the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was
the bucket's like some in-game shit. After you beat the game,
and
you get the bucket.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
It truly was. Does it have more like bucket-specific dialogue in this room? I don't think I ever checked for that one.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure.
Wow.
Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
I think I did hear these ones.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Door on the left.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question
There's a
why
weird
or how
lore
this
with the
was
bucket.
speaking
I
to
forgot
him.
about that.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But
Talk
Stanley
about how it
chose
was like
not
a
to think
turn.
about
Someone
this
turned into a
obvious
bucket by a
fact. He
wizard
was
and
firmly
shit.
convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Except that I didn't. Oh wait, I did try this before because I had to get one of those people.
No, stop. Look
Look
there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact
Dire
of the story is
consequences, bro.
dependent on
I
your
gotta
understanding
understand
of
what is a bucket
and
and what is
isn't
not a bucket.
Please, step in here for a moment.
This narrator must have made bank. Oh, for sure. That luxurious voice. So I'm telling Beard, man, he needs to do some voice acting. He's got a unique voice. You can get on that fucking. Oh, is this a bucket game? I played this last
I'm going to run
time.
you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Last time I said
Right?
no to
This should tell us
everything.
everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not.
I'm gonna say
a
yes this
bucket.
time.
Okay, let's begin.
But listen, last time, right? This fucking bucket came out and I pushed no, and that motherfucker's like,
Is this a bucket?
correct. It's a holographic bucket. And I'm like, you bitch. And another bucket came out and it's like, I push no and it's like, correct. It's a 3D printing of a bucket. It's like, you motherfucker.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
See? I didn't know it would do it again. I thought it might do something different.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Ah, something's telling me that's a 3D printing.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
But hey, the real question. Is this a
Item
bucket?
3. Is this a bucket?
This one is a bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Hey yo, but is this a bucket?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here
It's
as a
fucking
giddy,
ridiculous.
but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
This is fucking ridiculous. But is it a bucket?
Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No, it's a tractor.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Ah, never high enough for this game. Never high enough.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
I'm gonna say yes. Yesterday, I came to the conclusion, whatever fucking sequence I went through, that everything is a bucket. So now nothing is a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
Any of us really
And
know?
a bucket.
The narrator is the bucket.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How
Bro, it's all a bucket.
except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
Everything's
And
a
you,
fucking
Stanley,
bucket.
You're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
That's the end. That's the bucket ending. Don't tell anyone that it's all a bucket. Don't tell
Stanley
anyone.
decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Beard, I want to show you this. I'm not going to go through the whole ending. I don't want to spoil it, but I just want to show you.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and
This
its
game's
examination
amazing, bro.
of structural narrative tropes.
Ah.
So, now that you're here, what...
Alright. I don't want to
Even
spoil
now,
that one.
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like?
Nah, plus
There was
I've
a
done it like 2 or
computer
3
badge.
times the past couple times
The
I've played this
embrace
game,
of
so I
an
don't want
old
to keep doing it.
friend, a weathered companionship that stands
I
the
do wanna
test of time.
Listen to the
Stanley
bucket though.
clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Alright, I'm gonna let all the
Stanley
dialogue
thought to
play out.
himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Because last time when he left, he said, "Oh, the bucket was wrong" or something. I want to listen. This is the listen to the bucket playthrough. This is the whole way. I'm just gonna do everything he says. I'm gonna get up on the lift.
Truly, being here
I
with
wanna
the
see what he
bucket
has
was a
to show me.
grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door
So
on
we
the
heard
right,
this one.
then walking to
I think
the
there's
lounge,
maybe one or
then
two
arriving
more.
at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
This is a bucket run.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
I mean, there is the broom closet. If you take the bucket in the broom closet, it has its own dialogue as well.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
Special, bruh. Special. Never seen what's on the other side of the lift? Really? You weren't here for the, yeah, that was the first day. That's right. You were at the festival that day. For the lift. You're gonna see the bucket version of the lift, though, which will be... I don't know how different, but I'm assuming pretty different. Alright, the bucket.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
I'm not gonna do that, because I want the bucket to start talking to me.
No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking
Why
to
or
him.
how?
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yep, that's the playthrough we're going with. Unthinkingly following the bucket.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Dark room? This isn't really a dark room. Okay. Oh, okay, this one, I see.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then,
No.
very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
No. The beige pages. I played the demo. The freedom ending. Narrator Airlines. I mean, not a bad little place for me and Bucket, you know? Bucket's got his own chair right there. Uh-oh, I wonder if Bucket's jealous of Teapot. Oh! What up, Bucket? Should I pick up Bucket? It's the only thing I can do. It's me, your Bucket. Push any button to make me work with you? What? I'm pushing a button.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Uh-huh. Aside from the, you know, the narrators, not definitely. Take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I
my
don't know how I
bucket.
can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Yeah, the game takes a weird turn with the with the fucking buckets. Oh, I like it though.
Oh, I'll try anyway.
As if the game wasn't weird
Stanley,
enough.
Can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it.
Buckets can be
It
hella
doesn't do
useful.
anything else.
In the original non-bucket ending, you're like talking to your mannequin fake wife at home and shit. What up, Tiny? Rip of the Crib? Where's my bucket? How you doing, though, Tiny? Hey, yo, where's my bucket? Oh. Don't listen to the loud man. Press any button for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares
Oh,
about
narrator's
is this
getting
awful
jealous
bucket,
over
this
the
stupid
bucket.
hunk of metal.
Let's go. Where's the bucket? Okay. It wasn't there before. Press any button to ignore anyone in your life except for me? Holy shit. Let's do it. All the bucket.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
It's a good looking bucket. Not gonna lie. Look at that's a good looking bucket. Look at those reflections. Look at that. Is that ray tracing? Is that a ray trace bucket? You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? You're real, bucket. Real as anything I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
Nah, there's something
It's just a little
special
more,
about it.
What am I trying to say?
It's got my name on it.
Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Better than a regular bucket. Same button to relive the same day with me over and over. Bruh.
Oh my god, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
What the fuck? There's any button to go home to work to home to work to home to work to home. Damn.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the
Whoa.
bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Candles in the frying pan? Is that a threesome? I've been listening to the bucket lore since I started cooking. What the
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it.
Yo,
Give
he
it to
wants
me
the
now,
bucket.
or I'll...
Oh, close your eyes. What? Go back to work, Stanley. What the fuck?
Dear me, where did all the bumpscosity go? Quite
Bumpscosity.
unnerving in here with all of it gone.
That's hilarious. That's a fake setting they added. It's set to 100, bro. Or it was. There, we'll do bumpscosity to 1,000. Fucking game. Oh, man. Did they change each time? Oh, okay. I had it set to 100. It like reset it to 0. How are you gonna reset my bumpscosity?
The
All right.
bucket made Stanley
Now we're gonna
want
do
to
the
be a
same
better man
ending, but
and a
except
better
I'm not gonna
co-worker.
listen to the
In
bucket.
time, perhaps, he would become both of those things. Stanley clutched the bucket
actually
tightly
break
to his
time.
chest. This was not the correct way to
But
the
instead of
meeting room.
answering the
But Stanley
phone,
had
right?
felt
When
the
the
bucket
bucket tells me,
calling to him,
answer the
telling him
phone.
that the
I can
employee lounge
unplug
was
the
simply
phone,
the
right?
place to be.
And see what happens.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind.
Ah,
The bucket was wrong.
fuck.
Stanley took the door
I
on
don't
his
know how
left
the
to
lore
go
with
back to the meeting room.
the room.
No,
Said the bucket.
No.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
No.
Stanley
Go
did
to
not
the cargo
question
lift.
why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of
Beard.
course, because buckets can't talk. But
$200
Stanley chose not
ending.
to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did
4
whatever
hours,
the bucket
bro.
asked.
4 hours. It's gonna be like a just chatting stream, basically.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go
4
into this
hours of
dark
pushing a
room over
button
here.
over and
Stanley,
over.
once again,
Isn't that what we do
obeyed
all the
blindly.
time, though? That's the whole point of this game. There's endings, right, that talk about this shit. Beard, right, where it's like buttons, right? You get there's the heaven ending where it's just a room full of buttons, right? Because it's talking about how we just love pushing buttons. We just can't get enough, right? Anyone like looking at us can tell that that's our favorite thing is just to push buttons. We just sit in a room pushing buttons. And then there's also points that this game makes about choice and determinism and how, like, you really don't have any choices because essentially everything is pre-scripted and the narrator knows. Very interesting stuff.
Now pick up the phone,
said the bucket.
Alright, we're gonna disobey the bucket and unplug the phone and say fuck you and see what the bucket says. As soon as I get back from a little break ski. Yo, yo, yo. So, let's disobey the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Oh, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have
Damn, it was him the whole
paused for
time?
longer or spoken quicker? Oh, comedic timing is so difficult.
There was no real
I wish I
second
was
bucket?
better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
What?
It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
This is
How
amazing.
can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow
Surveys?
or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long
Fuck.
and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all
Good
there
strat.
is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no
Damn,
time
triple
at all.
over?
Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all,
You
with
are
each of
here
us needed
because
on the
you
front
were
lines of the
sent.
war to fight the
You were
12-legged
told
invaders
to come
who
here and
threaten our
then
very
you obeyed.
existence, and who very likely die
It
in
is,
a
of course, a way
hailstorm
of all
of bullets
things.
and mandibles.
You see,
All of
there
us
is
must
only
be
one
prepared to give our
constant.
lives to this
One
noble
universal,
cause,
it is the
just as our
only
children must do after us,
What the
and their
fuck?
children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign
Oh my
supreme.
god.
Cause and effect.
Hey,
Whoa, that took a
this
turn.
video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter.
What
I
up,
think
Scroob
the
Jelly?
fundamentals of proper
The bees are
comedic
raiding?
timing are still
Whoa,
relevant
bees in
today
my
as they were
coffee with a
back
raid?
then. So with that in mind,
Hey,
I
thank
believe the
you.
only
What
way
up,
forward
everybody?
is for
Holy
us to
shit.
return to the two doors
What up,
and
y'all?
walk through
Astro
all of
Hippie
this
ET.
again, so I can try
Oh,
telling
let
my
me get a shout out
story
going.
with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head
We just
back.
watched a video track on comedic timing. Y'all just missed it. I got the bucket ending. I can get it again if you would like me to. What up, y'all? RBZ? That Alice game is sick. What up? We got Scrib jelly? Scrib jelly toast. Yeah, that sounds good right now. Some jelly on some toast. Oh, Horizon. Hell yeah. I love Horizon. Homie RBZ? Super Animal Royale? What? I'm getting the unplug the phone ending with the bucket right now. The bucket like changes all the endings pretty drastically. He's taking away all control of all options.
This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we have the instructional video.
That instructional video is something else, y'all.
Right now. Well, king of comedy,
comedic timing. You gotta state and spell out your name. Give a synopsis of the joke. Uh-oh.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Okay. You hold up your right hand, right? That's the posture. You gotta be no more than like 46 centimeters away. You state your name and spell it. You give them a synopsis of the joke. You tell the joke in no less than 14 seconds and no more than 18. And then you inform them that the joke is over by stating loudly in your clearest, loudest voice, "I am Dunny with the funny." And then I told you to practice that. And then you hand them a survey pamphlet. The best surveys have at least 10 pages, okay? And you repeat certain questions so you can tell if they're just filling in answers at random or actually paying attention. And that's how you tell a joke. Oh, you're welcome, RBZ. How are you doing, my dude? I'm doing well. Playing this crazy freaking game, man. I love it. It's tickling my brain on all the right funnies, you know what I mean? But yeah, I hope your stream went well, bees.
When
I assume
Stanley
you're
and the bucket came to a set of
chilling
two
now,
open
you're
doors,
relaxing.
They entered the door on the left.
Should I go left or should I go right? Let's go right again. Whoa.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to
Breaking the
this.
game.
There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have
Fortnite,
forgotten
they have
the
a
phone
lightsaber?
room comes
Really?
immediately after the two-door
Do they have a
room.
two-bladed
What an
lightsaber?
egregious mistake. I've made
Darth
a fool
Maul.
of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp.
Aww.
I think I need to go
Oh,
back
no.
and rewatch that instructional video again.
Let's go.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You
Oh
ready?
no, we
When
didn't get to
Stanley
watch
and
it
the bucket
again.
came to a set
Damn,
of
I would have
two
liked
open
to.
doors, they entered the door on the left.
Oh man, I gotta keep going right? We got to at this point. I'm committed. Sorry, I'm using one hand.
What? We're back at the phone already?
Oh, does it keep
No.
repeating? Oh, what?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
They have the cross lightsaber? Oh, that's cool. That's from the new ones, right? I need to repack the bolo.
What? We're back at
So I
the
think this
phone
is
already?
resetting at the same spot.
No.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I gotta go left.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors,
Me and the good
they
old
entered
bucket.
the door on the left.
But yeah, thanks again for the raid
No,
very
no,
much.
no,
Hope
no.
everybody's
You
having
were
a nice
supposed to go through the door on
Tuesday.
the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look
Wait,
at
I
the
was supposed to go to the
instructional video?
right?
I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic
You said
timing
left.
work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud
Bro,
of
that video
yourself
was
for putting me
amazing.
down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Whoa, what?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale,
Pale.
in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame.
He's doing bucket jokes?
In love with a
Let's
bucket
go.
you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame?
Oh man, Kylo Ren, yeah.
Like a bucket. Stanley, this bucket is
I
so
love the
mental.
Darth Maul.
I think I saw it playing guitar.
That one's so sick.
No.
Just because I like bow staffs, you know,
If you
Donatello.
weren't making fun of
That's my shit.
Stanley's obsession with the bucket,
Whoa, I got a bow staff in my room.
I'm no good at these jokes.
Poor narrator.
I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what.
More videos?
That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Is there another one? No. That would have been cool. Hey, you like the game? This one? Oh, this game is amazing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Have you
missed
ever
the
seen
memo.
this game, RBZ? Stanley Parable? It's pretty crazy. The bucket changes everything, like different endings, and that's like post-game type stuff.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky
I'm gonna take the
fellow.
bucket
Very lucky indeed.
and go into the post-game to where you get the bucket and see what happens.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
It's part of the new content. So like once you unlock all the other endings and stuff, you can go and get the bucket, and then that changes a lot of the endings to like different endings with the bucket. Seen some YouTube videos? Yeah, it's all about like finding all the different endings pretty much. And it has a lot to say about determinism and choice, as well as the fact that you're in a room just pushing buttons all day long, buttons and buttons and buttons.
The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for
Ultra
consoles
Deluxe.
and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences.
But
the
no, this
world
game
over.
really is sick. This game is one of my favorites, and Superliminal is another game in the veins of this one that is very good.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
Superliminal has
I'm very
more
excited to see the
themes
thrilling
of
new Ultra Deluxe
you create
content.
like your perception is reality. Like you create the world that you live in based off, like your mind has a lot more power than you think it does, and your perception of
Wait, Stanley,
things,
I've just
you know,
now realized
and,
that bucket you're holding, it's the
I like the
bucket
message
you've
of
been working on
Superliminal
for
a
the
lot.
sequel. How did you
It's
get your
not
hands
as
on it?
dour as the
Isn't this
messages of this
preview to the
game.
sequel?
This game is like, you have no real choices, everything is predetermined. The best way to beat the game is not to
Hold
play,
on.
basically.
Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Because I have the bucket. Okay, it is changing. Okay. Jump circle, no
Alright.
jumps.
All right, let's see. It's
You can't jump in this
the
game.
jump circle.
There was like 30 jumps in the jump circle, but I used them all up. Have you looked at Super Hot Lore? Oh, that video? Like that game theory video? I did watch that back in the day.
Giant door. Did you see them already?
I did see the
Stanley,
infinite
none
hole
of
in the
them are
giant
ready
door.
yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished.
I saw
How did
that.
they look when you saw them? Were
They
they
looked alright.
captivating? Were they exciting?
Yeah.
Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be?
I'd say
Had
so.
I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
Sure. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you...
Yeah, this is
If
different.
the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly.
You did.
Yes.
Good job.
You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it.
That new
I
content,
win.
boy.
I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket.
You gotta have the bucket.
I win, 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 I win.
This guy. Oh, this fucking guy. That was the that was the ending. Oh, great ending. Didn't think it would be that deep. Yeah. It was super third. Oh, I beat it, man. Control Alt Delete or some shit it's called. Yo, Super Hot's sick, man. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Mind Control Delete. It was alright. I like the OGs better, to be honest. They added, I don't know, they added some type of new like mechanics that like, I don't know, it was weird. I forget even what they were. But I did play through it and beat it. It was very hard at times.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Man, there's a room where it shows like Steam reviews of this game. And they call them pressurized gas reviews. And it's like, there's like some good ones that he saved, and then you go back into
No
like
matter
the
how
back
hard
of the
Stanley
memory
looked, he
backlogs.
couldn't find a
And then you
trace of
find the
his
bad
coworkers.
reviews. And how people hate the narrator, and that, yeah, we get the point of the game. It gets boring and hammers you over the head fast and shit like that. And the narrator's like losing his mind. Oh, man. I love this game. It's fucking hilarious.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
I gotta check my ego with this fucking
Stanley
awesome
clutched
bucket.
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So I'm trying to think if there's any right door bucket endings that I haven't gotten. I mean, I haven't jumped off
This
of the...
was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Oh, and
Stanley
this
took
whole
the door on
thing.
his left to go back to the meeting room.
Oh, I didn't even go in this room. But as for this far, there's the
No,
vent, which I
said
did
the
do with the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting
The
room.
right way,
Go
which is the no
somewhere
bucket
else.
enters.
The
That,
cargo
there's
lift,
two
yes.
up there with the
Go
phone and
there.
the no
Go to
phone.
the cargo lift.
There's this one.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they
Damn.
might die in one another's arms.
Damn.
How deeply touching.
Holy shit. What up, Spider? Streaming while I'm on break at work right now. Hey, let's get it. Let's get that break time in. Got Justin Long in the GIF.
How long
Very
was he
nice.
sitting there?
I
Stanley
love Justin
wondered to
Long.
himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did
It
something
was alright.
crucial
It was
happen
alright.
while
I
my
wouldn't say it
senses
was
were
better than the
turned?
OG,
He made a note to
myself.
be more careful with
It was
time from
harder,
now on.
but not in the right way, if that makes sense. It was like, I don't know, it wasn't as fun, if that, you know? I thought the first one was a lot more fun. And the VR one, of course.
Stanley cradled the bucket.
There's a
in
slightly
gentle
different one, I
embrace,
believe, if I get
touched
on the conveyor belt and then jump off of
assertive,
it.
yet
So now I gotta do that one.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct.
You know what's
way to
funny?
the
I
meeting
gifted
room.
a sub to
But
Shiloh
Stanley
like
had
5
felt
hours
the
ago.
bucket calling to him,
VTuber
telling him
Death
that
had
the
emotes
employee
of.
lounge was
Didn't you
simply
have
the
those
place to
emotes?
be.
Or no, you didn't. That's right. You would have been spamming them bitches too. You wanted him to
And here
spam
it
them.
was.
You were
Had the
spamming some
bucket
other
turned out
ones.
to be correct? Was no, never mind. The bucket was
That's
wrong.
funny.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Alright, we're gonna get this conveyor belt ending.
Said the bucket.
We're gonna jump
Don't
off
go
the
to
conveyor
meeting
belt.
room.
And then
Go
we're gonna get
somewhere
the
else. The cargo lift.
go
yes.
left.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
No!
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation.
Oh, it is
of
the
himself and
same.
the
Oh,
bucket,
okay. And
his
okay,
dearest
I didn't know if
friend.
they would change or not. In
So
the
he
OG
threw
game, there's
himself to
two
his
different
death,
ones.
that they might die in one another's
In this one, they just kept
arms.
it the same.
How deeply it touched
Makes
him.
sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, so now. Wait, what? Or not?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck? Should I grab the bucket? I don't even know if I should grab
Stanley
it.
went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor
Whiteboard
did it advance
ending?
the story in any way.
Dog mode? I'm getting a phone call. It is close to break time. I gotta take this, y'all. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. I found my controller. Dog. I wonder what the hell dog mode does. Appreciate everybody if they're sticking by the break. Spider's like, man, I'm on break. Woo! And then I go on break. It's like, fuck. Fuck you, Astro. I got gifted the sub. Yeah, Shy Lily. That was fucking funny. Raver fucking. So I got the whiteboard ending with the dog mode. What is that?
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
I push a button, it barks.
Stanley
Well, I'm
clutched
stuck
the
on that
bucket
mode
tightly
forever.
to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What the fuck? Fucking dog mode.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley
So
had
yeah, I
felt
got
the
probably
bucket
another
calling to him, telling him that the
hour-ish
employee
or so.
lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this
No, the bucket was
never
wrong.
mind. The bucket was wrong.
So let's take a left.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Did we though? Did we though?
Oh,
Chutes
good,
and ladders?
Stanley. I'm glad you found
Yeah.
your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What up, Hypnos? What is this?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
An intermission?
What's this
Or is it,
bucket
wait, what's
you're
it called?
carrying around
Is that what
in
it's
there?
called?
The bucket isn't even
not
from
what it's
the
called, is
original
it?
Stanley Parable.
Oh, that's
It's
what we just had was an
sequel
intermission. What's it
content.
called?
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom
The
Closet.
Adventure Line,
because
TM.
that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story
Oh, I kinda
involving
wanna
the
go-
Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Make the adventure line go somewhere new? Whoa, it opened up. Okay. What if I go in here though? Intervention. Thank you. Intervention. What'd I say? What'd I say? Intermission? Hey, I was close. Intervention. Okay, can't go back up there.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Adventureline music making a return. I like it.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you
I like the
remember
music.
all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this.
Aw,
But if we want
yeah.
to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
What? Uh-oh. That took a turn.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful
Whoa.
new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
I can guess.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket,
Oh,
and then pop
man.
it into the machine when you're ready.
Oh, man. You gotta destroy
Now
the
listen to me.
bucket.
It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you
My
would see that
controller's
its
vibrating
desire
like
to crush
crazy.
buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer
Bro.
merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or
Holy
the
shit.
Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want.
My
Hurry
controller's
and-
going crazy. Oh, it stopped. Oh my god. Whoa.
The Bucket Destroyer.
Tiny, I got you in a minute. I need to
Prized
repack it.
creation.
My weed's on
You
the
had
counter.
so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here,
Holy shit.
you were magnificent.
Wow. Art. Art.
All of his
Lunchtime?
co-workers
Oh, hell
were
yeah.
gone. What could it mean?
Alright, we're gonna feed it
Stanley
the
decided
bucket.
to go to the meeting room. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his...
Stanley
This
without the
was not
bucket.
correct way to
Even
the meeting
Stanley
room.
at all.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
to
him
fill up the
that
dab
the
pen?
employee lounge was simply the place to
That
be.
lunch break snack.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
We did not. Now we got the the
Oh,
intermission.
good, Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here.
Ah.
I knew you'd find this place
This time we're gonna
eventually.
feed the bucket to the
You see,
homie.
your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
I'm gonna get my bud real quick.
It's this bucket you're carrying
Real quick.
around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who
About to
gave
fill
you
up
the
my
but
bucket.
you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes.
Whoa, I didn't
that's
notice
what
it
the
drives
fans
away.
want.
Quick,
Let's do
follow it. Oh. It just pulls in there. Okay. Good old Adventure Line. TM. Trademark. Trademark the fuck out of that Adventure Line. Shine?
Whee! Look
Hope
at
you're
that
doing well,
mighty
Tiny.
line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Trademark. The only map. Raw assets. Rotating. Map 2. What?
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Dum, dum, dum. We shall give up. The bucket.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get
The
rid of the
buckets.
bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I do. It's my
Can you
favorite
guess
character
what
in the whole
Bucket
game.
Destroyer does?
What does it do?
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket.
Goodbye,
and then
bucket.
Pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you
It won't
give the
let
bucket.
me.
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
Aw, that's
Destroying
fucked
buckets
up.
is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
All it does is do
What
that.
I
It
can
won't
hear
let me
you
throw in the
saying, how
bucket.
does a character with only one personality trait
Damn it. Whack. Well, I think that's all of the endings in the right
All
door.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided,
Oh,
was for
actually-
all of them.
This is for all buckets everywhere, this adventure. This adventure is for every bucket. Alright, let's try and get a quick ending.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the
Cause there's
door.
I need to go get that trophy, but if I pick up the bucket, I fuck up, so.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps
Broom
his boss's
closet.
office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I got the crazy ending with the bucket already. Oh, I didn't get the door, this one. Watch this. Ah, can I do it? Come on.
Stepping in.
The door that says new content? Yeah, that's where I got the bucket. I need to go in there to get the trophy. So I'm gonna go in there next. The new content door. I went through there last stream. Broom closet is darker. You hear how the narrator just like stopped talking? Now this door's open. It's not supposed to be open. And then this door's open. And that's not supposed to be open. You are now leaving. Oh, this is the escape pod. Yep, escape pod bay. 760. We gotta go up. Nothing really happened last time. It just kind of... I escaped. I don't think the narrator said anything. So maybe this ending doesn't change with the bucket. 58. I've tried all the doors and elevators. I didn't try them with the bucket though. But I'm sure it don't matter. Narrator saw the door shut and he's like, what the fuck, where'd he go? Wait, where did I go? Uh-oh. I lost him. I lost the narrator. Now I can find an escape pod. Whoa. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is definitely different. Bro. Oh man. Live a good life, bucket. There's definitely room for Stanley and yes. Yep, that was a fucking Titanic.
Yes,
that was
that's
some
where
Titanic
everyone
shit.
would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Bro, the bucket's gone. The bucket's gone. Fucking Stanley, where bucket? I put him in the escape pod, and now he's gone. I can't believe that. The narrator is just like not saying anything.
You see, Stanley,
Oh,
I've been reflecting on
Okay.
the Stanley parable
Huh.
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
A little
The
hard on
original
himself.
Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Ah.
Yes, you see, isn't this
42-7.
far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly
Shining
been asking
floor.
for.
They're
Calling
back.
it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and
Right side of the
long-term
brain. The
franchising
fern.
potential.
Logo ideas. Very nice. I like that one.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can
took
loosely
the red marker?
organize a handful of interesting
Me.
concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
They start out with Portal 2 and Half-Life 2. Are they trying to say something? So you did Astro, you ruined the fabric of time and space? Bro, we're playing Stanley Parable 2 right now. It's already out. Aladdin 2, Return to Jafar. Yo, Cochito yesterday said that Aladdin 2 is legit the best Aladdin movie. And that he was gonna watch it today. He's like, I'm gonna watch that shit tomorrow. I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, yes, bro, Disney Plus, I'm dead ass. And I'm like, okay. So y'all, shouts out to Cochito right now, getting baked watching fucking Aladdin 2 on the Disney Plus. Oh man. Cochito should cosplay as Aladdin. That'd be hilarious.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Alright. The main new feature I want is the trophy machine. It's supposed to be fixed now. Remember? That dude told me he fixed the trophy machine. It just works. No more steps. Pull the lever, receive
Now,
your
here's
trophy.
something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Let's go.
As you
Hey.
can see, the machine is not working yet since... Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the trophy?
Got that shit.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago.
Get Jasmine's
Fixed it.
name out your fucking
Someone
mouth.
here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure? Composure.
Oh man.
Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
I broke the narrator a little bit. I'll take that. I wonder if I can get the bucket back. And then do the black hole ending.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Where's the bucket? We got the jump circle. There's the map. Bucket's up here? Merch. What does the merch say? I don't think I ever... This t-shirt is the best new feature. The end is never the end again. Dope. I saw the new content. Damn, I like that. I would buy that shirt, man. That shirt's sick. Here we go. Let's see if we can get our bucket back.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever
Live action.
solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of
Yes.
calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Oh, but it doesn't have my
As long
stickers
as you're
anymore
holding
on
the
it.
bucket, The many
This isn't my
disorienting
bucket.
contradictions of the Stanley parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
It makes
Come
the
on.
game more disorienting. What is a bucket? Everything is a bucket. Yo, I got my stickers.
Can you
Let's
feel
go.
it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
This is my
must
bucket.
already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more.
So many
await you
benefits.
in the Stanley
So many
Parable
benefits
2.
of the bucket. Keep Jasmine's
Does anyone
name
give out
out
awards
your
for most
bucket
enjoyable
mouth.
bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided
Oh, I can
on
change
this
this,
one.
maybe?
I think that in the
Last
new
time I hit
version, the
this
office
one,
could
right?
use a
And
bit
then
of
gave me these
decoration,
because the
like
narrator's a
balloons.
dick. So
But
maybe
I'm
if I hit this one
undecided
this
on
time, it'll give me
Get
those.
Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Fucking asshole. Get well someday. Alright, nice. The best
Or actually,
balloons.
maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
The infinite hole. Time versus depth. Distant future. Distant past. Distant space-time. Space-like infinity. Opening. Surrounding area. Depth line. Infinite hole chart. Hole. More hole. Space. Depth. Science. More. Infinity. Falling. Educational use only? Educational? Was that intended? The D is next to the C. On the good old keyboard. The holy moly. I'm gonna take a screenshot. How do I do that? Educational. Whole entrance, infinity.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm
Aw,
truly fond
yeah.
of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
It's never been done before. Never. Educational. Educational. Oh boy. It's never been done before, bruh. There's not a game called Portal where you can fall in a hole forever at all.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nah.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Nah.
Do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
We got
You
it.
found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
That's right.
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
It's actually pretty
I
fun.
figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call
Meeting at
the
2
hole
p.m.
mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to
Every
walk
pause
up
button.
to the top of the hole, and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Every pause button is Roman numeral 2. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us. You and fucking Austin Powers. Alright. Two's everywhere, baby. Alright. I think we gotta teleport. I don't think this ending is changing with the bucket. I did do this ending once before.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Nice. Okay, let's see those. Psych!
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Love holes.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again...
Definitely
there's nothing
shorter
to do
than
here.
last
If you
time.
decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Definitely shorter. I love holes. Typophobia? I'm not gonna do that. Should I do that?
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah.
No, we gotta keep going in the
I'm
hole.
starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here?
Lax standards for
I have no
accountability and
explanation for the
marketing.
uncertain nature of
Oh,
the
you got
hole's
that
name.
right.
Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
The bucket. What
Oh,
up?
there it
I don't know,
is.
bruv.
The shame of my lie has come
Doing
to
the
haunt
bucket
me.
plus the hole.
Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this
Hey,
depth,
thank you,
I
Hypnos.
just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh,
Look at the hole!
who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
I will not. The hole. We're in the hole. We're just gonna chill in the hole.
Welcome to
Do I have to do it? Do I have to do it? Hey, thanks for the follow, man. I assume you're a stan of family parable. I was about to say a stan of family parable. Strike that, reverse it. I assume you're one of those things. Tiny, I just got you just now. There's your Rippa. Alright, I gotta return to the surface, I guess. I'm pushing buttons. Uh-oh.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
Oh, it's
I'm
not
out.
barking. It's not
Goodbye,
doing the
Stanley.
dog bark
You
anymore.
couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now
Damn.
you'll get more time with
I
it
got
than
dog
you could
mode
ever
before.
have asked for. It's a
Whiteboard
win
in
for
it.
everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Damn, he leaves. He left. It's just me and the hole in the bucket. The hole. P. F. Here's music. Rip it a hole. Push any button to change your perspective. Stanley. Change your perception. Change your reality. Let's go. Aww. Little puppies. Aww. Oh, look at him running. Look at the little firefighter they're running. Oh. Change yourself. Oh, I cycled through.
Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of
Cocaine.
dozed off there, drifting
Lots
away
of
to
it.
dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this
Stanley
hole is
Yelnats?
just so darn fascinating that I want you to
Maybe.
be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all
How
of
many
it.
years in the hole?
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Uh-oh. Music. The music started again. What the fuck is this game, LMAO? Holy fuck. Wake up in the morning before the sun, keep digging them holes till the day is done. Digging them holes. It reset me. Personal headcanon? it's just a D&D campaign and Stanley are good friends who love messing around. That's a good headcanon. I like that. Decent things. Stanley looks up one last time knowing he's become one with the whole. I am the whole. I am the whole and I am the bucket. New movie suggestion unlocked.
Here we
Holes?
are.
Oh
Go
boy.
on. Try out some of the new features.
I don't think there's any more endings in here. I got the trophy. Collectibles. Yeah, what happens if I go in the collectibles room again? Because I got all of those already. Out of order, you've been here already. Fair. I collected all of them. All 28 of them. Oh, shit. Alright, exit. There's a button that says your name when you press it. But right now it
All
only
right.
says
Have
Jim.
you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
This fucking artwork is tight. That shit's dope.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there
His
somewhere.
soul.
Say, let's
In
do
his
an
soul.
experiment. I'll arrange
hucket.
these new features
It bugged me
together,
I couldn't
and
throw
we'll
the
see
bucket
whether or not
into
it
the bucket
coheres
destroying
into a
machine.
meaningful gameplay experience.
It didn't let you.
Okay. Are you ready?
You ready?
Here it is. I give you
Watch party of
the Stanley
Bandersnatch?
Parable 2.
Oh, that's the one where you choose the... Oh, there's more artifacts. Man, how do I get down there?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
Look at all of
never
them.
mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes. Yes, this is
That's the one where
much
you can
better.
choose
I feel
directions
good
and shit,
about
right?
this.
Bandersnatch?
Here we go.
That would be fun.
Version 2.
Do it!
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
Getting more discombobulated.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Ah,
with
there we
respect.
go.
With care
That's how
for
you
the
do it.
vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Uh-oh. Hey. I did the epilogue earlier at the beginning of the stream. That was sick. Well, yeah. I'm probably gonna call it. I'm gonna end it here. It's gonna be a short one. I gotta make a phone call and do some stuff before work. This game is sick. But I still got a lot of bucket endings to get. I did all the right door, I believe, bucket endings.
This
I gotta
is
do all the
story
left
of
door.
a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company.
Hey,
in
the new
Big Building
balloons.
where he
Let's
was
go.
Employee number 427. Employee number
Very nice.
427's job was simple. He sat
Who's
at his
live?
desk
Who's
in room
live?
427.
Got Palm,
and he pushed
M-Force.
buttons on a keyboard. Orders came
Playing
to him through a
WWE.
monitor on his desk, telling him what
Blaze
buttons
of
to
Excitement.
push,
He's playing
how long
Nights
to
into
push,
Dreams.
and in what order. This is what Employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And
No
although
way.
others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
The dude I'm about to raid sounds
And then
like
one
Stanley.
day, something very
Or
peculiar.
not Stanley, but the narrator.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
The Stanley Parable 2.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
It's crazy.
No one had showed up
The
to give him
metagame.
instructions,
Yep.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company
Get well
had this
someday.
happened. This complete
Man.
isolation.
Is it
Something was
storming?
very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid,
You hear that thunder?
Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
Just wanna see
he
Bucket's
got
back.
up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Replacement
simply
bucket?
missed the memo.
Let's go. That
And
is
try not to
fucking
lose
hilarious.
this one too, you dolt.
Damn, so what if I lose the replacement bucket again? Man, this game's amazing.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
This game is amazing. But hey, I appreciate the love, everybody. Thanks again for the raid, Bees in My Coffee, and Kirby. Got hit with the double raids. But yeah, I hope y'all have a nice old Tuesday. I'll be back on either tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. Probably with more Stanley. I can't get enough of this game, man. I gotta get all these bucket endings. Oh, it's too fun. I got it here before the start screen even, because you know, every time you start this game it changes. We're gonna see what the hell it says this time. This game is something else. Crows, crows, crows. The Stanley Parable 4. Oh, they're all different fucking options. Grilled coworker. Dreams of birthday party baby song. Man, that is hilarious. Do I have to choose another one? Uh... Oh, the coworker. That's actually a cool title. Stanley Parable 4, The Coworker. That's pretty sick. Hey, it only says 2. What happened? What the hell?
This is the story of a man.
Oh, that's
named
loud.
Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 4.
I don't think I've ever skipped this.
Employee
Should I skip it?
427.
I think that's the first time I've like ever skipped that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
There was
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
an
Perhaps
ending
he
I
had
fucked
simply
up on
missed a
last
memo.
time. So there's the one where you like fall to your death off of the lift or whatever.
When Stanley came to a
Then
set
I
of
think there's
2
another
open doors,
one
this was not the
you can
correct
get
way
off
to
the lift in
meeting
time. I
room,
tried
and
doing it
Stanley
once.
knew it perfectly well.
But it didn't work.
Perhaps
So
he
then I
wanted to
said,
stop
"Fuck it."
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Ah, yes.
It had really been, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I did not, but there is an ending I need to do there with the bucket as well, I believe.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
But what if I go this way?
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Wow. Oh, homie just telling you, jump, motherfucking jump. Alright.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
An asshole. That was the first one I needed to
All
do.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
I
room.
need to do that same
What
one,
new
but
mysteries lay in store
with the
for our
bucket.
bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
another thing I need to do is take my
Stanley
bucket into
clutched
the bucket room,
tightly to his
if it lets
chest.
me.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley
I'm gonna
had
try
felt
that
the
as
bucket
well,
calling
in the
to
new
him,
content
telling
door.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley
Damn
took the door on
wrong-ass
his left
bucket.
to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Alright, let's see if we can do this again. Hey, Rich, what up, what up?
Oh,
Yes.
well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices?
Cushioning
It's true.
devices?
You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
Really? I did not know that.
I'm serious, Stanley. Jump. Jump with the bucket. I promise you'll live. I extra double promise that you can land on the
Extra
bucket
double
and not
promises.
die.
The extra double promises. How's it going, Rachel? That damn case was funny. Fucking Amber turd the bed. Alright, fuck it. Bucket cushion device, go!
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Asshole.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, you're here. Do you want to do a playthrough? Do you want me to grab the bucket, or do you want me to leave the bucket? The bucket. Leave the bucket. Okay, okay. Leave the new content door. And we got L right.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
And
doors.
L left.
He entered the door on his left.
How did you get the bucket? That was in the new content door. That's part of the that's the big new content of the game. The bucket. Going to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Just admire the lounge, you know, just
The
chill,
lounge
admire
was
the lounge.
sublime, a work of art.
Work of art.
What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Go to the garage this way, right? Or because there's a conveyor down to like a lower room as well, right there. Let's see, warehouse. It says here, right? I'll make sure I don't go the wrong way. Do not lie. If you are lying, stop right now.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We in the warehouse. We in the warehouse. Okay. So there's the, this thing. Go straight up with the conveyor belt or go to the right through that door. Go to the phone.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Dum dum dum.
That's her, Stanley.
Unplug the phone and head back.
To do this, to reach out to her. If you can Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Oh, if only that would have happened. But that's not the ending you give me,
Not
sir.
Picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to
Oh,
mean
we get to
anything.
watch the
I
decision
don't
tape.
understand. How on earth are you
The
making
choices.
meaningful choices?
How to make
What did you-
meaningful choices.
Wait a second. Did I just see? No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so
Sort of,
long.
and he
If
psychs
you'd
you
made
out
any more wrong choices, you might have
with the video?
negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used
I like the how to
incorrectly,
tell a
can
joke
also
video.
be the most dangerous.
Oh,
For
that shit's
example,
too good.
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named
Hypothetical
Rupert
real
has a
person.
choice. He could
Oh, you've
invent
seen
a
this
machine that
ending, I
eliminates
think.
food shortages across the world to make life better for all
'Cause
people.
this is when it's like,
Or he
if
could
they
spend
don't,
years
if they don't
of
make
hard
sense,
work
they're most
forgetting
likely
how to
not
read.
real.
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no
called
time
the
should you make a
confusion
choice
ending,
that
I
does
think.
not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
Makes sense, so
Allow the
Retro
person
getting
to
the
finish their
confusion
thought,
ending.
Then provide an excuse
Where's that
why you
goldfish?
cannot continue talking.
Where's that
Turn
goldfish?
to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having."
It doesn't
a
end
back
after this
sack and
video,
crack."
no. Back sack and crack. Oh, I gotta practice. My goodness, it's 4:30. I'm
Excellent.
supposed to be having a back
Making
sack and
choices
crack.
on a regular
Oh, I was late.
basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the
This is my
world,
favorite part.
just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are
Yes.
materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will
Nothing
guide you in an
matters.
exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Whoa. Oh, it's the light. Okay. I was wondering what was doing that to them. Good old shadows. Go back to the beginning.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Oh, the thing's gone. The ramp's gone. Whoa. Go right again, but just shortly down the hall and back?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
I think
When
once you
Stanley
turn the
came to
corner,
a
the
set of
game
two
is like
open
more
doors,
broken.
He entered the door on his left.
Should I not turn the corner? Just do kind of like that? I mean, peek around the corner? Oh!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, it didn't even let me go. And then go back? This way? Again to the right? Damn, I just noticed how like the warped fucking cabinets. I don't know. Now go left.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what?
He gets
What
so
did you get out of
pissed.
that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left
Fucked
here
up
like so much
textures.
garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live
Grr
that way.
everywhere.
Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Woo! My controller going crazy.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
I am
Now
clever.
look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Hey,
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
let me
What,
get up
did
there.
you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I
Stanley.
say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
Poor guy.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so
Is that the fern?
perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make
Oh.
is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and
Okay.
always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just
Left?
follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right again a short way, then left. Turn the corner again.
No! Why
Ooh.
did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Do
he
it
entered
again,
the
then
door
go
on his
left.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
This game's so
Behave
crazy.
exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
All right.
Coming
This
to a
is when the
staircase,
left was
Stanley
cut off.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, and the boss's office is different, right? All right. Go in the office.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
You
human
meant
life.
budget?
Shocked,
What?
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark
Oh.
115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still
No,
work?
I meant
There
bucket.
was only one way to find
That was
out.
not a typo.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Do it. It doesn't let you. My mic's on. Night Shark 447.
Stanley spoke
Oh wait.
the code. Night Shark 115.
That one.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark 115. It'd be cool if they could
I'm
do
sorry,
that with
is
the
there a
fucking
problem?
controller.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't
Death.
get on with the story.
I gotta
This
show you the
is a
bucket.
crucial step.
You haven't seen the bucket? Shout out to the homie.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you
Excuse
didn't
me.
want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Stuttering
the door
Stanley.
on the left. Stanley? Hello?
This ending sad.
Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
Poor
It can't
narrator.
exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever
Whatever
you
choice
do. I
is
simply
fine,
need
they're
you to
both
take that
correct.
Step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Making no choice is a
This is more
choice.
important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
Damn.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
That's the best choice.
That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Oh, trapping a person saying I need this is a very office-friendly narrator.
All
Oh
of his
man.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Death. This is what you need. You need yourself a bucket.
Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket. And indeed it was.
This is a bucket. Alright. But I want to see what happens if I bring it, like, to the bucket room. Does it let me do that? I forget. Or does it start on some other shit? Use this fucking bucket?
You see, Stanley,
talking about the stupid
I've been
rope? The
reflecting
rope.
on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. Nice.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few
I'm up
minor
to the
additions?
Stanley Parable
Think of all
4
the new
now.
territory we'll cover,
Because I've
with a
restarted the
fully
game
fledged
twice.
sequel,
Every time I
an
restart the game, it does a
entirely
new one.
experience
This
built
one's
from the
titled
ground up.
Stanley Parable
Why, there are
4,
so many
The
possibilities.
Coworker.
It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite
Quote
nailed
from
down
Boondocks?
what exactly the
They're in
Stanley
the air
Parable
vents?
2 is going to be. But let's
Oh,
take a look
Boondock
at some
Saints,
of the features
okay.
I've been developing for it.
427. That's
I
like 7
figure
more.
that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Yeah. Alright, let's see here.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The reassurance bucket.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh shit!
Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you.
2 buckets
Stanley,
were too
the power of
powerful.
2 buckets was too much.
Oh
I had
man.
to destroy both of them.
Oh, he destroyed
I know
him?
how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk.
Oh no.
I hope one day you can forgive me.
No. Bucket. That's the second time I've lost my bucket. Oh, fuck. Now I'm just bucketless.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even
Stanley's
mean?
bucket.
But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement. All right, have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Fuzzy Magic, cool band name. Fuzzy Magic. He owes us a bucket. It is my bucket. White Stripes video.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
Oh,
It's
damn.
going to work. There's definitely
I should have
a
went
good
got the
game
whole
in there
ending.
somewhere.
The whole
So,
ending's
let's
great.
do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Hey.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement.
Jump circle.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I
Never
feel
ending
good
hole.
about this. Here we
Infinite
go.
hole.
Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all.
The
It's a lot
jump
of
circle is
gags.
inside the
And
infinite
I do
hole.
very
I just
much
realized
enjoy
that.
creating
That's
gags,
hilarious.
but they don't add up to anything.
Oh, there's the name button.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Where bucket?
With
I just
respect.
destroyed the
With
bucket.
care for
Oh,
the vision
Kirby.
and integrity of the original game.
Oh, no,
Would it possibly
Kirby.
work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really
I brought the
tremendous
bucket.
title screen. A title screen that says with bold and
To the other
uncompromising
bucket.
conviction, this
And it was too
is
powerful.
the Stanley Parable
The
2.
narrator blew both of them up.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
So now I gotta get a new bucket.
This is the story of a man.
I'm skipping it. Doing it. So,
All of
is
his
it gonna be
coworkers
gone
were
now?
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Oh,
to
it
go
is
to
there.
the meeting room.
Aha.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's my bucket.
Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes. I love that bucket.
Alright, so let me see here. I think there's one ending I haven't done yet with the bucket on the right door, and then there's a bunch on the left door that I still need to do.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I think
but
I might have
Stanley
done this
felt the
one.
bucket
I don't
calling
remember.
to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left
Bucket
to go
was
back, and
wrong.
so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Is it this way? Or is this the no bucket ending? Ah, I might have fucked up.
Oh,
No
good,
bucket.
Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh, I did do this one. Yeah, with the line and everything. Okay. I do remember. Why you do that? I didn't mean to. Well, no, I want to see
All
what
of
would
his
happen.
co-workers
So
were
now we're on
gone.
left door.
What could
Left
it
door
mean?
sides, pretty much.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let me see here. I need to do the countdown ending with the bucket. Okay.
One man, one bucket, one chance to seize their destiny together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
So the
and
countdown
entered the
ending
door on his left.
is you do basically everything up to the end, except you don't turn the
Still no
machine
one was
off,
here.
you turn it on.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
I left the game on all night one night because I thought maybe that meant you'd have to stay in the broom closet for hours. So I plugged in my controller and just left that bitch on.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
No extra
and the bucket
stickers.
walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Didn't work.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
That's right.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
The bucket
was
knew.
the bucket guiding him?
Bucket knows all.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Let's go, let's go. Of all the endings so far, which was your favorite? Which one taught you the most?
The elevator
Oh,
raced
man.
downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring
man.
that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I really do like the freedom ending because of the contradiction that you get the freedom ending by
Stanley and the
doing
bucket
everything
walked
that you're
straight ahead
told.
through the large door
I
that
do like
led
that a lot.
Mind control facility.
The freedom might be my favorite. Which one taught you the most? Oof. I'm looking at them. I kind of like the not Stanley ending, which is where he figures out that you're not Stanley, you're a human. But I forget exactly what like the lesson was in that one. But the lesson that nothing matters and that everything is predetermined no matter what. No matter how much choices you think you're making. I like that one. That's a good lesson.
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
So
Stanley
to
and
that
the
effect,
bucket
maybe
both
the
wondered to
window, when you fall out the
themselves.
window, the no clip or whatever, the level break ending, that one's pretty good. There's another level break ending right here. I wonder what happened. Fuck it, let's do it with the bucket. See if anything changes.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which
Let's go.
safely cushioned his fall.
It is different.
Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had
Whoa.
gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket
CRT
was
TV?
craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home.
Fuck.
In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully
How?
explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply.
Whoa.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I
Holy
need
shit.
to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Wow. Bravo. Very nice. What?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
What? So I'm about to start the game up soon and have a bunch of boxes.
It's bucket time.
It's bucket time. All right. So now I got to go the same
Stanley
route,
clutched the
but
bucket tightly to his chest and
turn
entered
the
door
mind
there.
control facility on and see what happens.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet. Simply
It's
because
weird
I
that he
have no-
doesn't
Coming
stop
to a staircase, Stanley and the
that.
bucket
It's
walked
weird.
upstairs to the boss's office.
2845, right?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket
knows
guiding
everything.
him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Happy Wednesday, though, y'all. I should have been off tonight, but I took off Monday instead. Is what it is. You never know, man. A meteor could hit the Earth tomorrow, and if it did, I'd be happy I took off, Monday. Or it could have hit Tuesday,
Stanley and the
I'd be like,
bucket
man, at
walked
least I
straight
took
ahead
off
through
Monday.
the large door that read,
All right.
Mind Control
Mind
Facility.
control. For sure. Eat dessert first. That's what I'm saying.
The lights rose on an
We ain't
enormous
guaranteed
room
not
packed with
a
television
second,
screens.
yeah.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Always eat dessert first, Shine. How's they been treating you good?
The monitors jumped to life.
I was watching that
and
fucking
Stanley nearly
Johnny
dropped
Depp
the
trial
bucket
on
in shock.
Discord earlier. Rachel was in
Everyone
there.
in the office was being videotaped,
That shit was funny.
monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket
The
had
way the
never
bucket
seen
is
anything
consuming me,
like
yes.
this, and
I
it
must
very
get all
nearly
endings.
burst into tears as Stanley cradled it
Must.
gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feet.
That's what I need to worry about right now.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He
Uh-oh.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the
The
bucket
bucket is
tighter.
talking.
His one friend in the entire
My one
world.
friend.
At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Dum,
Controls
dum,
labeled with
dum.
emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Or
Two
did he
best friends,
decide
Stanley
that?
and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket
You're not
made
the
a
same
sassy
man I
comment
remember.
about taking
The
down
bucket
the system.
has changed you. System power on.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the
bucket did it.
controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all
Oh
along?
shit.
To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly
Birdie.
birds. The control button
Birdie.
became active again.
What? Birdie. Pelican fly, pelican fly.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it
Silly
dawned on him.
birds.
This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
What?
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in
Ooh,
his friend,
owls.
the
Owls are
one
the
who
best.
had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. Wow. Oh man, and the original like version of that ending, the fucking mind control facility is gonna blow up in a fucking bunch of boxes. No, I can't answer the phone because all the fucking boxes. Oh, this damn game. What the fuck, man? That's such bullshit. I hate that so much. Oh, I can't answer the phone because of all the fucking boxes. Oh, man. Fucking everywhere. Oh, that's hilarious. Damn.
It's bucket time.
Oh, this game is too sick. Ah. How'd your morning stream go, Curbs?
Stanley clutched
I was
the bucket
snoozing.
tightly to his
I
chest
passed out like
and
7.
entered the door on his left.
I slept till like fucking 3:30. It was a
Still
nice,
no one was here.
nice
Stanley needed
rest.
the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom
what
closet,
other
simply
end-
because I
hold
have
on.
no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we beat in
Freedom
here
ending,
for
countdown ending,
hours.
museum
But
ending?
alas, no stickers.
Museum ending with the bucket is different?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
Okay,
upstairs to the
yes.
boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it?
I'm
the
interested
bucket
to see
he
how the
all
museum
along?
ending is going to
Was
change
the
with the
guiding
bucket.
him? Yes.
Like
This is
3
certainly
bosses
the most
away from the
logical
ending?
explanation.
Oh, you played more Shin Megami? Shin Megami Tensei? I read you said you might get on it. After some fight Cade and stuff. Ready to beat it later tonight? I'm gonna move on already. Said I'm done. I'm done, motherfucker. What you about to move on to? Too many
Stanley
puzzles.
and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Skirt.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Dum dum dum. Can I go back again, right? I think he said something.
But of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for. Nope, it's death for Stanley and the bucket.
No? Alright. Alright, let's go. We're choosing death.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Oh shit, red room.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself.
Good point.
And he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
What about me? The bucket. Oh.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
What the fuck? The bucket memorandum? Welcome you to the grand exhibit. You're standing in the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within the cavernous void. Through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really need. We really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? What? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? What the fuck?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets. The greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. I feel like that's way more than 25. But okay. That's a lot of buckets. Bucket with 2 handles? Damn, it was written in the scripture. It's like the fucking Da Vinci shit. This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Damn. Need a bucket emo? Yeah, for real. Inferno bucket? What? A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains no one can control a bucket. Damn. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stress bucket, an analogy. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance goes into the bucket. Stress equals the level of water in the bucket. Vulnerability equals size and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies equal holes in the bucket. I don't feel like that don't sound right. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy. Rest and relaxation. Those, I guess, are coping strategies. Presented without commentary. Bruh. Cave drawing. The first ever. Oh, man. Do I hear, like, chanting music right now? Well, we know the buckets predate the existence of mankind. We do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Damn. What's back there? The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes a necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. Wow. Oh, do I jump into the hole, I guess? It's the only way to go. What the fuck? Fucking Looney Tunes. Okay. Give me that bucket. It's my bucket. Property of Stanley.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Uh-oh.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Am I now the bucket? Wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
It's bucket time.
This balloon in the chair. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. Marielle ending, I believe I have got that one with the bucket. Escape pod. The heaven ending? Notes 1. Which one's the heaven ending? Not technically intended, can be accessed through certain RNG dialogue or by being fast with the right randomized office layout. In other words, having the bucket with you does not actually change this ending's content. Whack. Let me see. Room closet ending, bottom of the mind control facility ending. Elevator ending. Progression endings, new content ending. I believe I did that one. Skip button ending, yes. Sequel ending, yes. Figurines ending, yes. Epilogue, yes. Post-epilogue content. Two buckets. Okay, wow. There's only one ending left, other than the art ending. Last one. I do work later. There's one ending left. It's the elevator ending. And then I've done every single one except for art.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We're gonna soak it up. We're gonna soak up this last ending. And I need to figure out what to play.
Still no one was here.
Still got time to play.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth
6:30.
and comfort now more than ever.
I do got time to
Perhaps
play a little
his
bit.
boss's
little bit of
office was where he'd find answers.
One more trip to the broom closet.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be
See you
in
later,
here for
broom closet.
hours. But alas, no stickers.
Maybe I can just do a restart the game meta and restart the game a bunch of times and see how many Stanley
Coming to
parables it
stairs,
lets me get up
Stanley
to.
and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
So, okay, the elevator would be this way.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down, but Stanley guessed the correct code.
Oh, I
by
should have
sheer
soaked it
luck.
in.
Was it
I
the
didn't soak
bucket
it in
knew
the last
all
one.
along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Bucket's
Yes,
guiding me.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, so we take the elevator. And then we take the elevator.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Press number 3 again. Huh. The bucket said nothing. Damn, the bucket's pissed. Yeah, I wish I was off. I was almost off today, but instead I switched it to Monday. I took Monday off. So now I'm working today. But next Sunday and Monday I'm off, and I might
Here we are, said Stanley.
do
No,
a little
I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the
Jackass watch
bucket over
party.
to the keypad
Jackass
and
4.
began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket.
Man, the bucket's being
How
a
was
dick.
this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
One more.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Random ass shit. We're going back up. Back on up. Moving on up.
No, said Stanley to the bucket.
No.
You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much
Oh
the
my
number
God.
3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just
Number
want you
3,
to
damn
see
it.
what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled
Must
at
be
the
the
bucket,
end of our
and the
mentally
bucket said
ill
nothing.
friend Stan. Yep. The end is never the end.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Well, shit. Silent treatment?
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his
There's gotta
dear
be a way.
friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Back on up. Uh-oh. Didn't say anything.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing
Fucking
it.
stoner ass
Then the
game.
bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work. For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever
It's
been
kinda like the-
for anything in his life.
Same as the other one, but they're just repurposing it for a number 3 seminar. World peace, baby. Should have changed the posters to like some or number 3 posters. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great. He's doing great. Oh, there we go. 3.
This was it. One last chance to win the
Okay,
bucket
they did
over.
change some shit.
One opportunity to
3
share
again,
a
3
true
again.
connection with a loved one.
Okay. Very nice. The dude who came up with pizza? Whoa. I want to meet that guy.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to
What?
him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously.
No.
There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference.
No.
There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends.
Aww.
And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Wow. Wow, dude. That's fucked up at the end. Oh, what a horrible ending to end it on. That's the last ending I got. Ooh, what? What was that? What was that? You hear me about
That's the last ending I got.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, the bucket did not react except for perhaps a tiny glow of warmth. I don't think. Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Fucking weird, man.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a... It's bucket time.
Alright, that's not the final ending I'm putting on
Stanley
stream. This
clung
is the
bucket
final
to his
ending.
cheek.
We're gonna
His
get some
co-workers
bucket
really
lore.
already gone?
This shit is a weird ending. When you have the bucket.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history.
It's history. The sequel is now paused. This game might be the strangest game you've ever played. Yeah, maybe. Superliminal is pretty good too. It goes too hard with the bucket lore instead of the mental monologue. Well, this is the bucket's all new content. This game originally came out in 2013, and the bucket wasn't in that version. Like, it's all just the endings with the. I got a lot of those endings before you weren't here. But I know a good ending to show you that you haven't seen. What you mean his aliens right up his alley? The bucket is sentient. Yes.
Of the countless wars it witnessed,
Countless
desecrating the
wars.
land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done. Perhaps the bucket wondered
Stephen
to itself,
King over here.
perhaps if it had seen its own
J.R.R.
darkness
Tolkien.
with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
No.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata
first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No! Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Oh, man. Man, it's insane. It's insane. This game is insane.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
All right, Curbs. Here's one of the cooler endings.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Could a man love a room?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
More lore.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
You can also unplug the phone, which like breaks the game.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Put some bread in the oven.
Okay, there we
Look at
go.
my apartment, my
Now,
apartment number,
I want you to come in and
427.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for some harsh truth?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Press any button on your controller.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press any button.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press any button.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press any button to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press any button to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Just one more time. Just one more time. Tell your wife you love her. I love you, baby.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press any button to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
When I streamed this the first time, I took a break right here just to see what would happen. And yeah, nothing happened, so you have to press the button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press any button to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
We're just sitting behind our desk pressing buttons.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
Someone was following
If he checked over
Stanley?
his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What? He's never said that one before. See, there's still like extra shit, man. Fuck. This damn game. There's always some new path. Super go outside, speed run, commitment. That's the Tuesday one or whatever. Those are my last 4 trophies. This one I think you can get by like changing your console time or some shit. Speed run. Under 4 minutes, 22 seconds? What does that mean? There's one thing left to try. Oh man. I wonder how many this goes up to. Stanley Parable 5, Stanley versus Ice Cream, Destruction of Crime, Circles, Poison Fight, Treasure. Half employee, half treasure. Lord of the Fight, Poison. Lord of the Poison. Employee of the Ice Cream. Stanley Parable 5, Stanley versus Circles. Ah, fuck. Destruction of Circles. Grilled ice cream. Lord of the Crown. Trying to prep myself mentally for the cheese that I got wrecked by. Oh shit. Just came back from making coffee. Oh man, you missed that ending? You missed one of the craziest endings. But no, the bucket's all extra content. None of the original game had the bucket in it at all. That's all the DLC bonus. That's the Ultra Deluxe.
This is the
So
story
is it going
of
to
a
show
man
up
named
as Stanley Parable 5?
Stanley worked for a company in a
Again?
big building where
Like,
he was
will it do it again?
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through
The
a
ending was
monitor
about
on
pressing
desk,
buttons till you
telling him
die.
what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh, it stayed at
Something that
2.
would forever
Okay.
change Stanley. Something he would
When
never
it did
quite
3,
forget.
it changed it, but it
He had
stopped
been at his
now,
desk
so it's
for
stuck
nearly
at 2.
an hour when he
Okay.
realized that not one single order
A redeemable hit from me to you. That's why they went hard for the bucket. Yeah, because it's all extra. It changes all the different endings to bucket endings. All those endings are like different. 6, return to mind control machine. Now with added pencil. Now with added coworkers. Stanley's tiny bomb. Expired. Oh, okay, some of these are the same. So it's just going to keep going because it has a bunch of these. Because I've seen some of these before. That's hilarious, man. Stanley Parable 6, Stanley's tiny pencil. Damn. This fucking game is insane, man. There was a whole thing with the epilogue. It's intense. You've scratched like 25% of the weird surface, maybe 30 curbs. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. Good games, good games. Maybe I'll upload this one to YouTube early. That shit was fun. If I upload the art ending, I'll upload that. If I do the art ending, I'll upload that in its entirety. I would like to get the platinum. Is that the rarest trophy? It is. Yep. That's insane. Alright, I'm gonna take a little break, Ski. And then play, I don't know what. I don't know what. I'll figure it out.